Hey, this is Jim from TimetoPlayMag.com. We are in Central Park with the New York City Dads for their Playdate. A lot of young kids here, a lot of dads, and we're featuring outdoor toys because we want to get kids up and outside and playing. So they're playing all types of sports toys, and later on we're going to have a special presentation. We're going to see Iron Man fly. But in the meantime, it is time to play. You ready? Here we go. Oh, thank you. On top of that. Good one. Thank you to Jim, as always, and their Time to Play team for hosting what's always an amazing play date, getting us out of our apartments even on the balmy weather like today. For the sports-themed play date, we have a very unusual experience today in store for us with EB Brands is going to launch the new RC Iron Man, the Flying Extreme Hero. All I can tell you is supposedly it goes more than 200 feet, but it's enough to say about it. We're going to let them talk about it. Social media-wise, if you guys have Twitter accounts, the hashtag for today is Time to Play. Pretty simple. EB Brands does not have a Twitter handle yet, but use Time to Play and it'll just get retweeted out. So Time to Play hashtag, Time to Play handle. If you guys take pictures, it would be great if you could share it socially today. Other than that, Jim, the floor is yours.
Hey, I know most of you here, and great seeing everybody again. This is an exciting day. We always like to bring you the best in toys, and we've shown you some cool things before. And today we have something special. I know this guy, Chris Wilson, right next to me for about 20 years, always doing cool electronic toys. And at Toy Fair, Chris showed me something. He talked about a stunt about 2 years in New York that somebody flew over a radio-controlled person, scared all the city, and Chris is like, I want to make one of those for everybody at home. And so he showed us, they did it with Iron Man, a real radio-controlled flying Iron Man. We've never seen a figure before fly. And I'm going to turn it over to you for a second before we see it work.
Well, first of all, I live in Dallas and Miami, so I appreciate the very cool weather and the lack of humidity here. I think it's great. Yes, as Jim said, we saw a guy out in Oregon was building these things in his garage. He was building 6.5 foot tall versions, kits that sold for about $1,000. And we said, boy, if we could take this and we could bring it down in size and make it simple enough for us to fly and our kids to fly, it would really be amazing. And we contacted Marvel and said we'd love this to be Iron Man. They agreed, and we started making them. And today, the first shipments went out to the U.S. from our factory in China.
So these are not on shelf yet. These are not going to be on shelf. And a matter of fact, 10 people are going home today. 10?
Yes.
Yeah, we have 10 that we're going to be raffling off. So you're going to be the first to have the flying Iron Man in the country. Actually, in the world.
Yeah, in the world. It is made out of a...
That's like, pick me, pick me.
It's made out of a structural foam. It's called Depron. The foam is called Depron. It can break, but you know, any weight is the enemy of flight. So we try to keep it as light as possible. It weighs about 56. Where most RC planes, especially toy planes, they kind of do this and they turn, and then by the time they get ready to turn, they're out of range. This is a 2.4 gigahertz controller, so you said 200 feet, it'll go about 400 or 500 feet up in the air. So high that the biggest danger is I tend to forget if it's going away from me or towards me, and I start to lose control. So hopefully that won't happen today.
Now, before you fly, I want to add one thing. As you'll be able to try and fly this, it takes a while, not too long to learn. There's always a learning curve with radio control. We took it out and we're able to fly it right away. But then there's flying it and then mastering it, which takes a few minutes or a little time.
Yeah, the biggest thing is because of this turning, you overturn. So if you take the turning directional and you pin it to one side, all the power goes to one propeller and it'll dive into the ground. So you have to just make little touch turns, very light turns to keep him straight. And once he's up in the air, then you can really maneuver him around because he's got height under him or distance under him.
How about we see Iron Man fly?
See him fly? All right.
All right.
I'm not nervous
Pressure's
at
on.
all. Not nervous at all. like little touch turns and not cranking a turn too much. But I can.
Oh! Nice.
That couple's going
That was a little close there.
They can go super high. And I don't know how high you go.
You know you've been practicing that.
Why does it go all the way to the top? Does it giant? Because there's no such thing as giants.
No. Another fun play date with the New York City Dads Group. Today, we played football, we played a little soccer, we played a lot of sports toys, but most of all, we got to see Iron Man fly, and we flew Iron Man. Nothing cooler than that. Hope you have a great play day at home.